Digital transformation is the secret weapon of managers today. They expect it to breathe new life in the organization and boost performance. With the ubiquity of digital technology and prevalence of the internet, it comes naturally that digitalization is both a necessity and a solution to many problems. This is true. But to succeed, we need to understand the challenge. Managers often consider digital transformation a simple technical modernization exercise. Yet, organizations often struggle to realize expected benefits from implementing systems from the Gartner Magic Quadrant. Transformation projects stuck. Systems making others successful prove useless in their case. Projects derail, burn resources, and generate more problems than they solve. Why organizations often struggle with these simple technical projects? Because they choose the wrong approach. Their perspective is wrong. They want a quick solution, a simple investment in technology. Managers often look at digital transformation as replacing some obsolete machine with a new one. They render transformation a simple system implementation project. In this video series, I show why this approach is wrong. I start with explaining what digital transformation is and why it is not a simple technical project. I show how deep is the effect on organizations and what role IT should play. Then we size up the digital transformation endeavor, exploring its entire reach. We look below the waterline to see the total mass of the iceberg. We understand the role of technology in the transformation, and we see how far beyond we must look to succeed. Last, we look at how should we define digital transformation programs and projects, and how should we manage them. This video series is only a primer to digital transformation. I cannot discuss topics in detail, but it helps to avoid the trap causing most trouble in digitalization, taking transformation as a technical project. I also show that digital transformation is a lot more exciting. Systems consist not only of hardware and software. People, human interactions, and processes are far more important. If we explore these dimensions, we have a better chance to succeed. Enjoy the exploration and see what are the genuine sources of the benefits of digital transformation. Digital transformation became so pervasive in business vocabulary, we forget it took momentum only in the past decade. No wonder CEOs and managers face many misconceptions in its application, and efforts to transform organizations often cannot deliver expected results. What is digital transformation? Why the term emerged so late while we had the first electronic computers in the 1950s, the personal computers in the 1970s? The brief history of computing will help us get the answer. Digital transformation is a magic spell of business management today. Companies expect miracles from digitalization, considering it as a universal tool to improve competitiveness. Software houses come out with solutions to an increasing range of business problems. Managers see these solutions as ready-made patches, solving problems by a simpler implementation. Results often fall short of expectations. Ready-made solutions take a lot more time and effort to implement, and efficiency gains are also lagging expected improvement. Yet, digital transformation grips its appeal. Confidence in the concept, despite its mediocre performance, may stem from its novelty. Despite its ubiquitous presence, we are still learning digital transformation. Why is the concept a novelty half a century after the start of the digital revolution? Let us look at the history of computing to understand this puzzle. Digital technology relies on the use of miniature electronic switches called transistors. The first transistor appeared in 1947, and transistors replaced electromechanical components in computers in the 1950s. The first monolithic integrated circuit or microchip, the ancestor of today's CPUs, appeared in 1959, leading to the first single-chip microprocessor by Intel in 1971. As technology developed, microchips had an increasing number of transistors. Chips in the 1960s had up to 500 transistors. This number grew to 20,000 in the 1970s, past 1 million by mid-1980s, and it is way over 10 billions in the advanced processors today. The 1970s was a turbulent decade for several computers designed for personal, educational, or home use, leading to the first IBM PC in 1981. Atari 8800 in 1975, Apple II in 1977, Atari 400-800 in 1981, and Sinclair's ZX8 among the most notable home computers of the time. They were used for simple games and to learn to program. The rivalry of Apple and IBM PC successors started a revolution. While Apple had its own operating system, IBM used PC-DOS from Microsoft, which they also licensed to other computer manufacturers as MS-DOS. Microsoft Windows appeared as Microsoft's answer to the first successful graphical user interface sold with Apple Macintosh computers from 1984. However, IBM PC clones with Microsoft operating systems dominated the market. Version 3.0, the first popular version of Microsoft Windows, appeared in 1990. Portable versions evolved parallel to desktop computers. Maybe the first laptop following a modern form factor was the Toshiba T1100 in 1985. Personal computers continued to develop and become ubiquitous in households over the years. From the mid-2000s, smartphones also appeared on the scene and became a success. Today, smartphones has computing power beyond that of a large server computers of earlier days, combined with great graphical displays and connectivity on the go. Networks for communication are also essential for digital transformation. Development of computer networks started in the late 1960s already and gained momentum with the ascent of home computers. The first internet service providers appeared in the late 1980s. The first web server and web browser in the 1990s. In the next 15 years, internet use spread around the world. The term Web 2.0, websites based on user-generated content, first appeared in 1999. San Francisco gave place to the first Web 2.0 conference in 2004. Twitter and Facebook appeared in 2006. Web 2.0 is important for digital transformation as it considers web technology as a platform for cooperation and not only a way to let information be available. Prices dropped parallel to technological development. Computing power and communication bandwidth became cheap commodities instead of scarce resources. Information technology became pervasive. With computers on every desktop, the need for support services and service management appeared. IT needed processes more than capital or new technology. For automation of business processes, the need for exploring, modeling, and defining business activities also appeared. Instead of computers and communication bandwidth, IT professionals with business acumen became the scarce resource. Standardization and modeling of IT services paved the way for modeling other business activities as well. With the pervasiveness of computing and communication technology, and the spread of the business analysis discipline, all elements stood together with the perfect storm in business transformation. Technology was the driving force behind the digital revolution in the first few decades. With Web 2.0, however, digital revolution arrived at a turning point. Web technology as a platform was ready and mature enough for something new. When user-generated content becomes the focus for customers and businesses alike, technology alone can no longer lead the transformation. Business must catch up and take the lead. IT alone can clear a path to general administration and computer use. Transforming enterprise processes, however, require business expertise in finance, accounting, manufacturing, product development, marketing, or project management. Business professionals must understand and model their own activities and take the lead in further evolution. Digital transformation is a phrase describing the latest phase of the digital revolution. It covers the transformation of business processes around new models enabled by advanced digital technology. As we have seen, digital transformation needs a lot more than computing power. No wonder it is a capstone of a long process spreading over several decades. Technology is only one layer of the transformation process. We explore others in the rest of the series. First, we inspect the concept itself. Let's look closer at the concept of digital transformation. In this section, we start with the simple view many managers still look at digital transformation. Then I show a more precise perspective, which also shows why a simplistic view leads to problems. In the second half of the section, I point to the radical change making digital transformation disruptive. I end the section with projecting the implications. Digital transformation often interpreted as a system implementation project. Management often looks at benchmark organizations when trying to solve efficiency problems. When they find an information system at the core of re-engineered business processes, they assume the essential component is the IT solution itself. Their own organization can replicate success by implementing the same system. With the illusion of possessing a quick solution, they push for a system implementation project. They often blame IT for not implementing such a solution earlier. If they get the green light, the first implementation project soon cascades into multiple system implementation and interface development projects with limited overall efficiency gains and much headache. Why is it so? The problem had two layers. The first layer is about our tools. Information systems are only complicated tools. They do not solve problems. They help us solve them. Implementing an advanced information system is comparable to piloting a huge robot with powerful arms, fingers, and legs multiplying our arm capabilities. Sure, we can complete a lot more work in the cockpit of this machine, provided we can control it. But to control robotic arms 10 times the reach and power of our own, our moves must be 10 times more precise and skillful. Otherwise, we end up becoming an elephant in the china shop. The second layer is about selecting the right tool to our task at hand. Successful organizations look at their processes first. They break down the organization's mission in integrated processes. They define the boundaries of connections of processes, model activities, and select tools to support them. The driving force is re-engineering processes around redefined business models and not the implementation of some new information system. Digital transformation is a fundamental change in how we make business and not a simple application of new technology to old ways of working. Technology enables the change, but remodeling our business is the core of digital transformation. The figure on the screen captures the essence of this paradigm shift. Advanced digital technology enables a fresh way of cooperation. Instead of possessing information only about the task at hand and sharing information through cascading transactions, contributors rely on the same shared model and information available to all. Not only there is a single source of truth for everyone, but the propagation time of information is zero within the organization. This change has far-reaching implications. Immediate access to relevant information enables efficient processes but also requires novel approaches and models. Cooperation of contributors also needs new foundations. Besides, organizations cannot limit digital transformations to selected processes only. While digital transformation may be gradual, proceeding from system to system, re-engineering must transfuse the entire organization. Efficiency gains do not derive from system implementations, but new processes and a fresh approach to cooperation enabled by advanced technology. The paradigm's shift also affects culture. In a world where information, including mistakes, propagate with infinite speed and accessed by all stakeholders, trust and cooperation are key. Contributors can correct mistakes fast, but managers cannot hold power positions based on the monopoly of information. Managers need to empower contributors and focus on process improvements and removing obstacles instead of withholding information for decision making. Digital transformation is not about system implementation. It is not even about a roadmap for consecutive system implementations. Digital transformation is about the complete renewal of business under a new paradigm advanced technology brought about. It starts with embracing the new paradigm. It requires fundamental cultural change and ends in a complete overhaul of business models and processes. Digital transformation has a deep impact on organizations. It may start as a strategic initiative or an accidental system implementation project for partial efficiency gain. It only ends when the entire organization gets transformed. A partial effort not only cannot realize benefits hoped for, but also leaves the organization off balance and in transition. Digital transformation is cross-functional. We cannot limit transformation to a single functional unit or area in the organization. Think about value chains. The figure on the screen displays a general value chain model. Functional processes are interconnected in the value chain. If we re-engineer the processes of a single functional area without adjusting others, we compromise efficiency gains. We only shift bottlenecks elsewhere by speeding processes in a single area, even if boundaries and interfaces between functional areas and support systems are clear. Because of cross-functionality, silos are incompatible with digital transformation. Automation of processes in one field involves interfaces to adjacent systems. Technology enables smooth information flow and information integrity, presuming we do not set barriers between functional areas. With integrated systems, we can preserve information integrity by capturing all data at the place of their origin and make them available to all. When silos hide their piece of the puzzle, they force others to fall back on decisions based on assumptions. Digital transformation shall be complete to work. If not the entire organization, the strategic business unit must be transformed to avoid bottlenecks, compromising overall benefits. While some units may pioneer the process, the vision of transformation must be complete. The goal of digital transformation is to realize the potential of the paradigm shift brought about by the advance of technology. An active cooperation and shared information replacing rigid functional boundaries is at the core of this change. Isolated, non-participating units halt the transformation unless they are redundant and should be dissolved. Mixing transformed and traditional units in the same organization leads to conflicts and tension. The choice is going forward, transforming the entire organization or halting the process and fail. The depth of change is also characteristic to digital transformation. Systems can help organizations to achieve desired results if stakeholders and contributors accept the new paradigm. Digital transformation provides means to share information and make decisions based on the same set of information at all levels. But to share information, functions must be ready to give up their power from the monopoly of information. This requires an approach the Arbinger Institute calls outward mindset. As shown on the figure on the screen, people with an outward mindset focus on common results instead of their partial interests. An outward mindset is essential for successful digital transformation. Technology only enables collaboration based on mutual contribution. It doesn't enforce it. As a corollary of requiring a complete vision and fundamental depth, digital transformation requires massive support from top management. Digital transformation cannot succeed as an isolated initiative of functional managers. We cannot interpret it as an implementation project for an information system. Software houses offer a wide range of solutions with the potential to facilitate digital transformation in one functional area or another. They also offer platforms to support the digital transformation of a range of functions, including the integration for smooth operation. But without the behavioral change, we cannot realize the benefits of transformation. Organizations, however, cannot achieve lasting fundamental behavioral change without a change in their mindset. A change so fundamental in return demands active involvement, support, and demonstration of leadership from top management. Digital transformation is a cross-functional strategic initiative requiring a complete vision and demanding fundamental mindset change. It cannot succeed without dissolving the status quo and accepting the paradigm shift behind it. Top management shall lead such a change. Transformation must involve leaders of all functions in the endeavor. At its core is re-engineering processes around redesigned business models. While we cannot reduce digital transformation to an information system implementation project or program, the Chief Information Officer of the organization has a specific role. We look closer at this role in the next section. The Information Technology Unit and the CIO of the organization are the owners of the digital transformation strategy and roadmap. This ownership goes beyond budgeting for IT operational and project expenses and executing system implementation projects. The CIO should lead the transformation in a strategic sense. The digital transformation strategy should be among the pillars of the organization's strategy. What does leading digital transformation in a strategic sense mean? Traditional IT is a provider of demanded technical services and a support function. As information systems evolved, IT has also become the specialist of information management. Information is a strategic resource today. Organizations having an edge in information management also have an overall competitive advantage. IT has become a strategic function for its expertise and responsibility in information management. In digital transformation, IT controls the agenda. It develops transformation strategies, harmonizes business initiatives, takes the lead and drives the process. To become a strategic leader, IT uses its expertise in platforms, interdependencies, and synergies. In execution, IT controls the roadmap, determines the sequence of programs and projects based on dependencies, and communicates strategy to business partners. In its communication role, IT listens to business needs, explains technical constraints and potential, and influences strategic decisions in a consultative manner. However, IT remains a support function. It must respond to business needs and serve the core mission of the organization. The CIO and IT managers need to have a business acumen and think about information strategy from a business perspective beyond their technical expertise. IT cannot dictate a digital transformation strategy. IT needs to persuade its business partners. Information management expertise, demonstrated understanding of the industry of the organization, its business goals and needs are the sources of this influence. IT can only deliver if it develops expertise in business processes and business modeling and understands strategy formulation and strategic needs. To be strategic, IT must be able and willing to take this strategic role. Strategic IT in return is the owner of information management strategy. In this role, IT drives the digital transformation strategy and roadmap. Strategic IT not only responds to emerging business needs, but leads transformation. Strategic IT creates needs where they should be and explains the roadmap where immature business initiatives would ignore dependencies. Communication is key in leading fundamental strategic change associated with digital transformation. First, IT needs to listen to business partners to develop a thorough understanding. This is a process of discovery. IT explores potential benefits of transformation by keeping its stethoscope on the information flows of the organization. Second, IT develops the transformation strategy in partnership with business functions, explains dependencies, helps to compare alternatives, and manages expectations. Business partners can help information strategy formulation by expressing their needs. They need to study industry best practices and develop expertise in their own fields so they can identify needs and professional development pathways. When they look at benchmarks, they should strive to understand business models and processes instead of supporting technical solutions. Business partners should communicate with IT and each other about needs, strategy, and roadmap. They should challenge reactive IT to take a strategic role, but should not take initiatives in system implementation. There is a catch in business taking the lead in system selection and implementation. Particular business functions may advance in their own transformation at the cost of further isolating themselves from the rest of the organization. When functions act as silos, the organization cannot transform. Processes may speed up within the silos, but slack will accumulate at organizational boundaries. Business should demand IT taking a strategic role, but business functions cannot take the lead in digital transformation. IT has a leading role in digital transformation based on its expertise in information management and modeling business processes. Business should challenge reactive IT to fill this role, but cannot take over. Digital transformation is a cross-functional endeavor involving fundamental changes in underlying structures. To understand the complexity of transformation, we inspect the depths of this endeavor in the next part.